Okay. Alrighty, it's 6:16. We call this meeting to order. Go ahead and move right down to public comment. Any public comments tonight? Nope. Alrighty, number 3. We're going to welcome the new members. Welcome Brandon and welcome Dr. Andre.
Thank you.
Make the DDA the best. Alrighty, Chicos, we're going to move down to number 4. Approval of the March minutes. Everybody had a chance, except the new guys, to look at that? Yep. Any questions or any? Okay. So do I have a motion to approve the minutes? Okay.
I'll second.
Thank you.
And Maury, I left off the financial report, so if you could do that next.
Okay.
I have Joel copy.
Alrighty, so moving down to 4.5 to financial report.
Forgive my ignorance as treasurer, having never done this, but I think I could figure it out. On hand, we in our checking account, the Downtown Development Authority, $35,186.60. There's petty cash of $17.45. There's still a loan due to Villa Rica in the amount of $49,000. So that puts us in the red, but thankfully Villa Rica hasn't called us on that one yet. But I think it is, right? Where did that come from? That amount was for the signage stuff? Yeah.
I know that at one point they said that the city was going to forgive it, but then we talked about something that we needed to pay it off. And I know we never just got to a final on that. Okay, yeah, I know we've never actually officially talked anything about it. We've just always kind of gone over it.
The statute? Yeah.
One down there, I think? No, the gold miner statue, actually.
I know the city went in and paid it off. That was a few years
Not us.
ago. I know Sarah did some research, but I can't remember which she came up with.
Okay.
I have to check and see. We'll check at the city hall and see if we can get an explanation on it.
Okay.
Okay.
And who we would talk to about forgiving it if they chose to do that at some point. But we need to know what it's for, right?
Right?
Yeah. I thought it was this signage, related to signage and design costs and fees, wasn't it? When it
Like
was
the down payment that they had paid on that,
I thought, I can't remember though, but I
something.
I think it has to do with butterballs.
I do too. For some reason, I keep hearing, I remember hearing something.
It may be that gold
I
miner
think
check.
y'all were authorized to borrow money from Butterball, but you never did
Okay.
for some.
Right.
I don't know what 49ers did.
I think they wanted to for the roof because the roof was like something. Yeah.
80 grand.
Yeah, something expensive. I was like, what? The place ain't even that big. But yeah. So I don't recall.
well, let's find that out.
Yep. Okay. So moving down to number 5. I don't need approval for the financial, right? Okay. So moving down to number 5, crossing the tracks safely. We'll turn that over to Michael.
Yeah. There's not one like safe legal way to cross the tracks in Villa Rica. And so when I walked it the other day, there's an opportunity right there at the red light, which seems like the easiest opportunity that, you know, if we want to make an impact downtown and it be the smallest scaled thing, which is the only way we're going to be able to build up to bigger things, it seemed like a logical opportunity to, I don't know how, and create sidewalks on both sides of the railroad tracks right out here. And there's already sidewalks and connections on both sides, ready and waiting. It's just the connector that would be there. And I know that there is Norfolk Southern ridiculousness that we'd have to get with them on, but I think it's something that I would love to pursue and then even get a cost estimate so that we would know what would it actually cost, and then people can actually walk with wheelchairs and strollers and hold hands and actually not stepping over giant rails, and we can safely say we have one place to cross the street, or the tracks, which is right in the middle of our city. So I just sketched something quick just to kind of show you what it was. I don't know what that means, but or what the next steps are, but I think it'd be a great little project for DDA to kind of spearhead and make some kind of impact quickly around here.
I can tell you your next step is to talk to the railroad.
So what do you
And-
think, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, that's railroad property. Now, if you have someone that you could know that knows someone, because when we did the sidewalks out here, they didn't give us a hard time. Bill Taylor and I worked with the railroad, and they said as long as we stayed right here to that line where the fence is, we were okay. But you're talking about messing with right there at the railroad track, so you really, really need to
Yeah.
see if you can find someone that really knows
Well, they
someone at the railroad.
could either deal with the dangers of people tripping and falling in there now, or they can have a safe way to cross. So to me, I don't know
I
why they
agree.
wouldn't consider it. So,
Yeah, I totally agree, but they're very protective
yeah.
of their property.
Who we talk to, Tom?
The rep that we do, Connor Poe.
Who?
Connor Poe is the liaison. And he would send us to whoever, Jackson, or wherever they are. Where are they? Jacksonville? No, they're downtown, they're crossing the varsity.
Yeah, they got a big, I think,
Built a big building on Spring Street.
yep.
So what do we do next? Just set up a
Talk to
meeting,
him,
just talk to him? That's something.
just ask him who we need to talk to.
Who is this again?
Okay.
His name's
So I
Connor
put it in
Poe.
the
He's
note.
the
Connor
liaison
Poe?
for-
Connor Poe?
I saw that city hall.
Oh, P.O. P.O.
Okay. So we'll get Connor Poe on the
I'll
phone.
give him a call.
I would check with
Okay.
Jay to see if he has,
I'll call him, see what he says.
Okay, Tom's gonna talk to him. Give him a call.
But that was it, just introduce an opportunity that I think is scalable that we could pursue. And I don't know if it'll hit a roadblock or not, but at least we're trying to
I think it's a great idea.
walk across the tracks. But then also I want to make sure and coordinate with whatever connector development is happening so that when the road comes in there, is there any changes that we need to be aware of that we can account for now?
Any other remarks or questions for Michael? Okay, moving down to number 6, my idea. So, I was thinking, again, this is all for the DDA. You know how Atlanta's doing like a little taco and Cinco de Mayo festival? Well, I don't know if you guys know, but Atlanta's doing like this event where pretty much, and Marietta Square, they pretty much get like local businesses, and for us it would be like the amphitheater, to do something where we just get like even like the local Mexican restaurants, a couple of the shops, kind of like a farmer's market type idea, where we have vendors and people going out, trying things, celebrating, and more than anything, buying from the local vendors. We could get like the conchas, like the Mexican restaurants, like some dancers, anything, so people could come and celebrate, and that extra income could go to the DDA as well.
You know, that's coming up in like a week or two.
Which one?
Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, I know. I definitely know that. No, I'm not. This year I know it's not for sure. But no. For next year, yeah. Just an idea so we can throw it on the table, because I don't know if it's something that would have to go through like council, other boards or anything like that, because it is. Maybe we would want to do like alcohol or just food, kind of like the Taste of Villa Rica, but Spanish version. You know, something like that, just to get people out and motivated to come out and celebrate.
The one thing that's an issue is it's the same time as the farmer's market.
The
Farmer's market is it's the first Monday of the month, right, Lisa?
Yes, it starts
So
the
depending
first.
on when the fifth falls,
right. Well, we essentially, I would want to do it on a weekend.
or the day before.
Yes. I would say do it on a weekend because that's when people are off to celebrate, not the actual 5th. It would be a weekend celebration.
Whatever that Saturday.
Yeah.
Be a before, just
Yeah, because, even like this year it falls on a Sunday, but us at the restaurant will be celebrating it the whole weekend. Just because we know Sunday people aren't going to go get crazy at the restaurant.
That'd be
yes.
something you could work with.
Saturday, yes.
You could work with Karina on that.
Yeah. Just ideas, anything for us to, because I know we're always talking about getting more income for the DDA, so I think just like little pop-up events like that would be fun, and people are always willing to go to little pop-up events.
Well, we get the money from the farmer's market, but it's only like $200
Yeah.
to $300 a week.
Our farmers market has room for improvement. I feel like just because we just started back up, but I feel like slowly that'll get back on track, and as long as we get more vendors.
Well,
Produce?
actually, for a farmer's market, from what I'm learning from our manager that takes care of this, you don't want it packed for vendors because the more vendors you have, the less money they make.
Right.
So she alternates vendors and food vendors because if there's 2 or 3 other people selling the same thing, they're not going to come back. So your farmers markets are small, and it's not like a big festival with vendors everywhere, and that's what I've learned from her. Because I thought the same thing, that the place should be covered up with vendors, but you want to have a little bit of everything.
Right.
Like produce over here, once the vegetables come in, homemade honey.
But you think
All of
even
this-
having 2 of the same vendors would be a con?
She tries not to have 2 of the same.
the only place we do that is July 3rd.
Oh, okay.
It's so big that you have 2 or 3 people selling barbecue, they all sell out.
Oh, okay.
Just because you got thousands of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
we
don't-
could add like plants, because, I've
We
gone
do
to a
have
lot of.
plants.
You do
We have
have
the
plants,
There's
okay.
plants there.
I
Yes.
bought one, that's why I know.
There's spices, sweets, tea.
the jams.
And we have coffee,
The coffee,
every
yep.
once in a while.
It was the
It's just
conchas
a
were
little
going
bit
out
of
sometimes
everything.
too.
Just a little
Okay.
bit of everything. But that's what I learned from Brandy. They're
Oh, okay.
small. They're not, covered up like for a festival, because you want to give them a chance of making a little bit
Right.
of money.
I mean, that makes sense.
And so what we do for Brandy, since she manages the whole thing, we give her a booth free. And I'm so thankful we've got her
Oh,
doing
okay.
that, because she goes to other markets, passes out cards and advertises. She's also applied for a grant through a program that the people that's got that card can buy from our farmers market through that card, and it's starting up this year. There'll be
Oh,
a
okay.
little sign out by the amphitheater, so I've got that ordered. I can't remember what that program's called, but we've got that grant in too. We also got a grant to buy more equipment for the farmers market. And we have a cooking school coming from the, I think it's Carroll County Ag Center. There's going to be a cooking program as well.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so she's adding some more things.
That's
So-
good. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, as long as we have variety.
yes.
Yes, I'm excited for it. Okay.
Let me make
What-
a comment.
Yes.
As it relates to Cinco de Mayo, I have a little experience with public health. It would be a good idea if you actually created an application process for the vendors. You can have a variety of food service establishments. And then you can get an MOU from the city saying that we're going to be responsible for their permit application, because if the health department gets involved, then they back off.
Well,
and-
that's what we do for the vendors for our concerts and all.
Uh-huh.
They have to have that particular paperwork before they can be a vendor of ours as well.
You mean, what I'm speaking of is the city has the right to say, health department, we got this, and there's a MOU that you
Oh.
create.
Oh.
And so, yeah, I did this for like 30 years, so you can actually avoid a lot of things, because if the county, Carroll County, for example, if they say your application permit is X amount of dollars, we're going to come out and inspect, submit plans, how you're going to do hand washing, temperature control, and all that. But you can actually, since I'm on board, I could actually oversee some of that and just kind of direct that, oh, you can do this, this is permissible. Oh, you're only doing shaved ice? Yeah, nobody's going to get sick on shaved ice, that kind
Okay.
of thing. So we can talk about it further,
Yeah.
but just wanted to let you know I'm available
Yes.
and just kind of coach us through this.
Okay, that's good to know too. Thank you. Anybody else? Comments? Ideas? Okay. Well, we'll move down to number 7, the DDA revised bylaws.
You want me to talk about that? or-
Yes, please.
Okay. I had our city attorney take a look at these, and he just added just a little bit, but what Maury and I had talked about was adding the attendance to these bylaws. They were not there, the section on attendance. Hi, Ellen. Like they are on the Main Street Board. So the first page, everything's the same, really, if you've had a chance to take a look at it. Regular meetings on the fourth Monday,
And how,
things like that.
real quick, how old are these? These are like decades old, right? So
Yeah,
that's why
the
we're addressing them?
last bylaws we had, I think, were from 1991.
Yeah, okay.
They were just had a few things that we wanted to update, but he approved them as well and added a little bit of language to them and sent them back to me. So I sent it all to you to review to see if you've got any questions, so I can take this to the city council in May and get it approved and it officially become our revised bylaws. The section 6, we added section 6 attendance to it like we did the Main Street Board. I'm just going to review this quickly. Board members are required to attend board meetings and be prepared to discuss the issues on the agenda. So we send out the agenda packet if you can find time to review it and make sure you understand everything, and then reach out to me or whoever if you got questions ahead of time if you want to. A member shall notify the chair or co-chair if the member is unable to attend a meeting. Any board member missing 3 regular scheduled meetings shall be contacted by the president regarding the absentee and going to ask if they continue to serve. And in an event a board member misses more than 4 regularly scheduled meetings during the calendar year, they will be automatically removed from the board, and his or her position shall be filled. We do have 2 or 3 applicants sitting out there that want to serve, so it is important as a board member that you attend these meetings as much as possible and be prepared to discuss any of the topics or add some others. The election of officers, I just wanted to highlight that. We're a little late this year, because of circumstances. At the first regular meeting in January of each year, new officers shall be elected. The director shall elect from one of the members, the chairman, vice chairman, secretary, and treasurer. Term, they are, we give you different terms. Most of you have popped on with the term, uninspired term of another member that came off, and you're serving under their term, and then you'll be up for reappointment again. I think that's all. Other than that, the rest of it was okay. And then Michael has the signature forms for the checking account that Maury and Barbara and the 3 of you can sign off on, so that when we write a check, we've got a signer, because we don't have any right now. So he's got that in it. Did you have a question, Michael?
Just real quick in the terms, should there be, am I missing it though? I may be, but is there like a duration that we should assign? It's 4 years, right? That is
Yeah, as far as I knew.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
4 years. But a few of you have a term that's probably going to expire at the end of the year next year, and it's because you were appointed to someone else's unexpired term. So
Yep.
once you get reappointed,
Okay.
it'll be like that. So
I just-
that's a little.
I didn't know if we
confusing.
needed to put what the typical term would be, which is that 4
Yeah,
years
7
in
members,
there.
4-year term. This is all set up by the state.
Yeah,
The authority is.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, more specifically, am I going to know when, or you going to send out an email saying?
Yes,
your
it's
term-
it's on your oath of office. Did you
Okay.
get a copy of it?
I don't recall getting
Okay,
that.
I'll send you, I'll send both of you a copy. It's also on the website.
Okay.
If you'll go on the website under boards and look under development, Downtown Development Authority,
Okay.
I believe I've updated it. Don't hold me to that, but
Okay.
let me check tomorrow and make sure. It'll have your term on that as well.
Okay, excellent. One final thing, under section 6, who are we speaking of when we say contacted by the president? Who's the president in this context?
Well, that would be
Okay.
Laurie.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay.
Laurie she's chair or president. Sandy
For
is
now.
Barbara is secretary, Michael's treasurer.
'Cause there's 4 positions and there was 4 of us. So-
Yeah. I get these confused because see, Villa Rica Main Street's incorporated, so we have a president, vice president, then I come here.
That's another one.
Well, that was
Yeah.
my question. Should the wording be chair instead of president, since it's not?
Well, if-
It's part of our bylaws, it really should be accurate as to whether you're talking to a chair.
Down here at the
Yeah,
bottom.
because down there it does say chairman.
It does say
It
chair.
says vice
I guess,
chairman.
our attorney missed it, but at the first regular meeting, it does say chair, vice chair, secretary. We could
Right.
get that changed.
Yeah, I think just in that paragraph, that probably should be
We can
changed.
change that one.
And I
put
have another,
chair.
I have another question. It's not necessarily confusing, but I think there could be some clarification. If a member contacts the chair or the co-chair, is there such a thing as an excused absence
Yes,
versus an unexcused absence?
it is.
So which of those are, though, qualify for the 4 in a year?
Well, I think this is really more talking about if you just don't show up and you don't notify anybody and you're
Right.
not really participating.
I just didn't think that was clear in that paragraph, just,
Or unexcused.
Okay.
yeah. I think that's probably, I think that would make it more clear. And
Okay.
Does anybody else
We'll
have any
we'll add
thoughts on that?
too.
I think I'm with you on that.
Okay, I'll get that in there too. That'll be changed before it goes to the council next month. And I didn't see anything else I really needed to go unless y'all have anything else. But I did send it to our attorney to review.
And when it says contacted by the president, does the president need to do it in writing so that the city has a record of it?
I'm sorry?
If the president has to contact a board member, shouldn't it be done in writing, like in writing, so that there's a paper trail, or does that matter?
Contact them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The president contacting one of the other board members about their attendance, should it be done in writing so that in the future,
I would think so.
I
We
don't
could,
know if it needs to spell that
Okay.
out or not?
I know, I took the old bylaws and just changed some, so there may be some old wording sitting out there. I know, this one also had, let's see, let me think about how we used to contact each other. It was phone, telegram.
So I was gonna say,
Some bylaws recently I come across had some of this that I took off, and I'm thinking it's this one. So those bylaws may be,
These were,
is it telegram? It was something like that, before the emails and the texts and things like that. It's kind of funny. So. But I'll go back in and make sure the president is changed to chair on this wording.
And I think we need to add the 4 unexcused.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, yeah. I just wanna
I've
make
got
sure-
that down,
okay,
Sandy.
okay.
so
I'll
yeah,
get
the
that on there.
chairman, president to chairman, the 4 unexcused absence, and then the president to write.
Yeah, contact.
Contact via letter. Certified or
You
how?
could
No,
just do it.
just
Okay, because that's
a letter,
another
and the
thing.
letter can be letter, or by email letter. I
Okay.
mean, we do a lot of email.
As long as it's on
now.
paper, something that there's
Electronic,
written
can be
notice, okay.
Electronic or paper.
Yeah, There's something in writing, I think.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
just in writing.
So I was about to
Which
say, the way
means-
the mail, the post office has been lately,
Yeah.
we don't need anybody saying that they didn't get their mail.
Yeah, and I mean, there's you can be really sick or death in the family or a long sickness, and, I mean, those things come up that that's beyond your control, so. You
So
just-
should we all exchange emails too? Well, we pretty much have, well, they've been added now too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got
So
them
we pretty
added.
much all have each other's emails now. So would we CC it in the general email that we all have together, or would it be
From that
the
e-
chairman to that personal
It-
person?
It would, I think it would be between the two of
Two,
them.
okay.
And then the chair will share. We just, as you know, in your DDA training, which I've got, pending your training, and I believe there's Open Meetings Act in that training. We have to be real careful about discussing things by email, all of us, because that can be considered an open meeting. Like this is an open meeting, but you're going to enjoy that training. It's really long. But at the same time, I'm looking for a class for you to go to in place of that. But if not, it's pending. I'm waiting on them to assign it to you. So, but it's got a lot of information in it. Yeah. Historic preservation is huge in that. And anybody else that has not had it in a long time, it is revised. I'll be glad to get that assigned to you too. But it is required that you take that training and complete it.
Okay. Any other discussions regarding the bylaws? No? Okay. Well, we'll move down to number 8, other discussions. Oh, yes. So actually taking it back to number 7, do I have a motion to approve all these changes to the bylaw?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Yes, all in favor? Everyone? Sorry, I didn't do that for the other one. Okay. Now moving down to number 8, other discussions. I'll pass that over to you. No? Anybody have anything else to add?
I got a few things.
Alrighty, go
All
ahead.
right. Last month, we talked about possible work sessions with us and city council. I think that's a great idea, and I think us being in line with them and kind of understanding what they have and where we can help or they can help us or something. I don't know what that looks like. Is that just a meeting together somewhere that we all discuss, or how we have to formally do that? But that would be a great, I think, interactive opportunity to kind of learn from them, but then see where we can help out in ways that they can't, or vice versa. So,
We can all be on board on the same page.
and then who is it we would need to do that with? Is that with the mayor, or reach out to who specifically? I don't know. Tomorrow. Just kidding.
What day of the week, that time of day?
I wouldn't want it to interrupt everybody's, daily work and home life and everything. So we'd have to kind of come up with what works best for us. I don't
Because they
know.
usually do on Tuesdays, right? The council? That's, yeah. Second Tuesday, and we're Mondays.
Are
Yeah,
you talking every month or just periodically?
maybe quarterly, that's it.
Every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to every month, but at least I feel like I'm with Michael on that, so we can be like on the same page for ideas, anything that we can do, they can do, how we can help each other. So we're all kind of synchronized. Because I feel like we're not synchronized right now.
But
So is that for all of us to attend, or we send a representative quarterly, or?
it could be representatives. I mean, it wouldn't require everybody in attendance, I wouldn't think, but just some way to establish conduit that connects us to them and have a dialogue. Maybe it is one representative from each that just opens up some connection. I don't know.
Or whoever wants to go.
Yeah. I'm willing to do it. Yeah.
True. Okay.
We could do that. That's at least a good way. And then we go to the city council meetings too. I know I'm there sometimes, so
I've been there.
if there are things that we need to go there and communicate, we can do this, reciprocate as well.
Yep.
and maybe I'm confused, but wasn't the person that was here at last month's meeting, not just from the city council, but city, like some city development, not just downtown, but the city development or something?
That was my next point,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
The Villa Rica Development Authority.
Yeah, yeah.
They came and, you know, extended an invitation for us to kind of collaborate with them. So I would like to follow up with them on that as well. And
Right.
yeah,
remember
if
his
that's something that we can handle at a meeting like this, or it's more informal and just go meet with them. Yeah,
That was gonna be my question, is when do they actually
They
meet?
only meet whenever, they don't meet every month, do they?
Do they meet on Wednesday?
I think it was.
I think they meet on Wednesday evening.
And see, I looked on the website and I can't find any of the meetings. So if they're meeting, they're not on the website, so I can't find them.
County,
And they're not put on Facebook either.
I think I have David's contact. I can find out when those are, and we can see if there's an opportunity. And again, doesn't have to be all of us, but maybe there's one or two that can make a meeting and go.
you can invite them to
Yep.
Yesterday, we had a Main Street managers meeting with the, some of them from the chamber. We have these meetings monthly, started back up. Chamber has had some of their employees leave it, and so they're replacing some of them. But the gentleman, what is his name, Joseph with Economic Development, gave me his card, and he would be willing to come talk with the Downtown Development Authority. I know they work mostly with big industry, but we went around the room and talked about what some of the things are going on with our downtown, and Bowden was there. Temple, you know, they're trying to form a Downtown Development Authority and a Main Street, but the council is just not on board. I just told her they didn't understand what a Main Street program is, but Bowden, Carrollton was there, and it was a really interesting conversation. But one of the ladies there, Sarah, has also got speakers that she could bring to us as well. But then he was wanting to reach out to us too. So I don't know, it could be something we could invite him as well. Because, you know, our main thing is retail downtown. And I told him some of the issues we've got where the DDA can't buy any property because none of them will sell any of their property. Some will not fix up their property, but all the other cities have the same thing going on. Talked about the railroad track in town, but I think we might could get him here as well, talk
That'd be
about
great.
it, because they're also working with a company, and I've got to send them a list of the vacant properties that are up for lease. And I didn't bring that with me, but they're working with a company that's supposed to help help the cities bring in more retail downtown. But I'm sorry, I forgot to bring all that information. So they're working on a few things. So
it's retail coach.
what
Retail coach.
is that? Who it is?
I think that's who that is.
Yeah, they sent out an email asking for that, but in the meantime, they've had a couple people leave that's been with the chamber for a while, so they're having to replace those positions. But I could reach out to him too, and he could join us.
Okay, that would be nice.
One other thing, is there and maybe Tom knows this more so, is there a group that is spearheading kind of the Gold Trail efforts? It's just kind of nebulous. There's no real group that's doing it. Okay. I mean, I would love to like try to help spearhead that, and $1 million a mile, right?
Well, it's 10 million to start.
Yep.
Hey,
everybody, get
your check.
But it's got to start. And I met with the Greenbelt folks a couple of
Y'all
years
gonna see
ago
me
and
next
learned
couple
how they did
Monday.
it. And it's all in small chunks. It's obviously like you got to just do it in little bitty bits, but there has to be somebody, a team that's spearheading some of that, and you got to make it up with, city officials or whoever from the city, local folks that are tied into real estate or civil engineers, surveyors, architects. There are folks that can help that have experience in this, that can help meet with these landowners and negotiate. Oh, we just want to put a trail here. There's ways that you just got to go chunk by chunk, but it takes a group of people to even start it. So,
We don't really have a person working on that right now, do we, Tom? So if we got a committee together that started working on it again,
The first section that will be built will be in the tab.
and it's the connector there.
Duncantown, North Carroll.
So does it make logical sense that it would connect here over to Fullerville? Since there's a spur there, that you're connecting those two right away?
And that way you connect the trailhead.
Mm-hmm. So that's roughly a mile and a half, right? It's not a big line, but enough. Yep. But if there's, I would love to participate in that, and I know local civil engineers and folks that would love to probably help out with that too. But if there's a way, if there's not a group already, we could sort of
said there wasn't.
try to
Not really.
assemble one.
I can
And
get with Tracy Ivy too. Is that a Parks and Rec, more of a Parks and Rec thing or not?
it would definitely have to
Or
be.
the mayor.
That's what
We
Carrollton-
would start that again.
Yeah.
But you've met with them for the Greenbelt?
Yes, yeah, so they're a team comprised of civil engineers and Parks and Rec, a city official, and 2 or 3 others that would walk and define this and then meet with each property owner and negotiate and try to buy the rights to put this on their property and connect it all. So it's doable, but it just takes a team in small chunks at a time.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I can talk to Leslie. We can talk to Leslie and see how we can, and Tom,
Yep.
get this back in.
Yeah, and the city of Carrollton, they were great. We met with Kent and Erica, and who else? 2 or 3 other folks, Tommy and Bass and Associates, or John Bass for civil stuff. So we know the players and how they got it done. I think we could easily,
Did I pass
model
you
that.
Patty's number 2
I don't know.
for the trails?
Uh,
Because I met up with her in Carrollton, and she works alongside or with GDOT. So she said if we could get something started to reach back out to her, and she would help us however she could as
Okay,
well.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Her, don't quote me right now on the name. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe it's Patty. I was at the bike shop in Carrollton one day, and she heard me having a conversation, and she gave me her number because she heard me talking about wanting to have a bike trail in Villa Rica. And she's like, well, I have a connection. She's like, I can hook you up with her so that way you guys can meet and talk. And we met up in Carrollton and had a coffee, and we talked about like all the things that I needed to do and just start shaking hands, kissing babies, get out there, start talking to see if I could get enough people, like Michael's saying, to get something started to where we can just get one foot in the door.
There's another person to help.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So she told me whenever we were ready to give her a call and let her know, and she would help us. And the biggest thing she told me was to call and complain. She's like, whenever you're ready, she's like, if you want me to come and walk down downtown Villa Rica with you and the crew, whoever you can get together, she's like, we can walk, see what areas are dangerous. And like I was telling her, like the stop signs over here, because there's not like a real signal or stop. I was like, when kids or families are walking, like even for me to come from home to walk downtown, it's just kind of one of those things. So she was saying, you just gotta keep calling and complaining, and it'll finally just get on their radar.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, oh, great. Love doing that.
All right, let's get that going then.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Ideas, discussion?
Would that be something to also invite the Villa Rica Developmental Authority?
I think as many people as we can invite would be best, honestly.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
whoever's on board, we'll take them. Whoever's not, keep going.
And you'll filter out the ones that are really
Yeah.
passionate about it, and you'll get a small crew.
Do we know
that's-
who all contributed to Greenbelt in Carrollton? Do
I
they
do.
have a list?
Yep. I can reach back out to them because I met with all of them
I
a
didn't know if
couple
they
years
had a
ago.
sign somewhere on the Greenbelt.
I think they have certain signs on the green belt, but I don't think they have it. Not that I've seen.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not really just
the-
cycling my way through life there.
The way they did it is they routed through the Community Foundation of West Georgia, I believe. So donations went through there, and then they were able to then go out, purchase the property, develop the property, build
Okay.
what they needed to. So,
Bart Smith, the Don Rich Ford spends a lot of time on the Greenbelt.
there you go. And Tanner's here. Why wouldn't they
Yeah.
want to connect to downtown and
And they already have their
walkability?
little
And
trail too.
there's ways we can reach out to the local big businesses and say, hey, this is a good thing for the health.
There may be individuals.
Yeah.
Even the transportation company next to Tanner
Yeah. Yep.
that, open up.
Verida, is
Yeah.
that their name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would open up the opportunity for people to walk closer to the library, to the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
to Verda. But it'll be
Yeah, 'cause
great.
you can't walk across the street from here to here.
No.
Yep.
I get in my car and have to drive over there. I can't cross the street.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if
Well, one
you
of the
cross the little hill, you
problems-
go sideways.
We're surrounded by state highways.
Yeah.
That's, where you have 18-wheelers
Well,
fly them on.
back
You got a
in
state highway, state highway, state highway, state
early
highway.
1900s, we didn't know we were gonna have all these people.
I know.
No, roads were fine,
Mm-hmm.
I know out where I live, it was all dirt roads. Yeah,
There's still a couple of those. I don't know. I love Villarica, and I just know it has a lot of potential.
yes, it does.
So I'm here to make things happen if we can. And we will.
Well, I do want to tell you that we've got a new landscape company, and our new ground maintenance manager, Ethan, he has hit the ball running, so you're going to see a lot of improvements downtown. At the amphitheater, they'll be here the 1st of May to redo some of the shrubs and all. Our new trash receptacles are on their way. The invoice is in, so it's got a little VR on it in gold. It's really nice. We'll have hanging baskets. Those have been ordered. Home Depot's donating all the flowers. Just little things like that. We've got all of that going on. So we've got new banners on the stage coming, being designed. They should be here at the end of this week. But all those little things. Oh, we've got a quote to this little park down here. They're going to redo the edging. Right now it's cross-tied. Some of them are rotten, and they're going to redo those. We'll put some greenery plants in the flower beds, wash the benches. The sitting benches are mildewed, and wash and clean that up really good, and take the trash can that's sitting right behind the bench with leftover food in it. We're going to move it. It should never put a trash can behind a bench where you can smell it. So we're going to move it. So you're going to see that little park redone too. And Ethan he's just all over it. So glad he's in that position. So that's some improvements.
Yes. Some is better than none. We'll take it.
Speaking of the stage and the banners, and this is probably not the time to discuss, but it is other discussions. There might be like a way to, when the banners aren't there, there's things that stick up or tripping hazard. I don't know if the city might need to put a sign that says "Watch your step." If the banners aren't there, like for
Where's that?
on the stage where the banners are bolted at the bottom.
We're looking at if there's a way to take them up.
Yeah,
That's what we're looking
We
at.
stood there during the Easter sunrise service and made sure
Yeah.
no one tripped over them. But I just
I know Karina was
city's
asking
been through enough
them
lately. I just wouldn't
to
want
see
it
if we
be
got,
one
because
of
we've got 2 new sponsors. Greystone, it's a sponsor for Gold Rush, and I've got Georgia Power. She's checking she wanted to do leadership luncheon, but we've got $9,000 worth on leadership. So I said, but we've got these 2 concerts with no sponsors, so I think I'm going to get a sponsorship out of them as well. So we've got some new ones. So any of that, but I just want to let you know you're going to see some improvements downtown. Just the look. And Georgia Power, I have a conference call with them tomorrow where we go in and order put an order in for Georgia Power to fix some of the poles on the way to City Hall so we can put Christmas lights. And at that point, I'm going to talk to him about getting power to the trees downtown so we can put wrap lights, and they'll be on a timer and they'll light up at night and they stay lit all year at night. Then they come off. But I thought we had power to them, and there's no power. Over here or the crepe myrtles across the street, there's no power. So he said, well, you could do it and run lines. I said, oh, no.
Can't know.
We want it down here. That way, at least the city at night, you'll see lights everywhere. So, because that's part of the one thing that you do to make a retail shopping place downtown is one thing that they tell you to do is have attractive lighting. And you do a great job at your business.
Thank you.
But that's one other thing. We want to light the trees up at night downtown. Just give it a little magical. I don't know what that'll cost. I hadn't got to that. But the other, I think, there's no cost. He just sent me this software to log into, and I'm looking at it going, I don't know what this is. So he's going to walk me through it tomorrow. So I just want to let you know we're trying to improve at least the look downtown. Because
Well, I'm here for it.
a lot of it needs
Yes.
a lot of improvements. Because like when a tree dies, it's not replaced. There's this in memory sign sticking on banks where half of it's chopped up and they're just sitting there. And I'm going, why aren't y'all removing these?
Or when the grass overgrows
he's
too.
we walked all the way down the street and I said, these need painting, the rails, the wood's chipping off, we need this. You know, I think you've mentioned that. The green paint's
had a
been
whole
chipping-
list.
coming off those rails for years now. They're going to paint them.
I just wish people would power wash their buildings. That's all I ask, you know?
Yeah.
Make them look a little cute.
But the trash cans have been there at least 20 years
Yeah.
per an employee. And when he got here, they were here, so at least they're going to be pretty. So we've got a lot of improvements. I know that doesn't, but all
It's
of that,
baby
the
steps, but we'll take
attraction,
it.
it can be appealing to a business because they'll see, well, this city cares about their downtown.
Yeah.
Because the way it's been looking, it's not good. And
Curb appeal is very important.
curb,
so thank you
it
for
is.
that
That's the
work.
thing to sell your house too.
Absolutely. It's a big, big deal. It's not, you don't say little things. It's
See, we didn't even have the hanging baskets last year. It was so late that we put them up that we didn't have any lining to go on. So we've just ordered brand new ones.
That's awesome.
Just,
Businesses that want to come to town are going to look at your downtown.
yeah.
That's one of the things, quality of life for their employees, so.
And you know, when a tree dies, replace it if you can, if it's replaceable.
Try to
You know.
maintain our downtown businesses too.
And we have a new team member that's coming, he's moving from Utah to come to
Oh, wow.
here, and he looked at all the areas, and, I held my breath to see if he would, where he's moving Billerica. He liked Billerica out of all the locating cities, so I was excited. So he has a wife.
I mean, again, we have a beautiful town.
We really do.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just bringing out the best in it.
I'm gonna call and check with ACSM, the gateway wayfinding signs. I would think they would be here by now. You know, they were painting them the last I heard. They're supposed to bring them and install them. That's a really old DDA project. So
Yep.
that'll finish up.
Was it
Yep.
on the to-do list with the gold statue and the bricks?
The gold staff.
And the bricks, I'm gonna keep bringing the bricks up. The bricks, I'm
Did you
gonna.
tell them that you found the list of red?
Ellen and
I was on
Carl
the
had
staff
them.
committee when I was 12, feels like.
Now let's get that gold miner out of that storage and put it somewhere.
Yeah, I already sent it to them. I keep it. I'm scared to lose. I've got it back to that 14 times because the city doesn't ever, everybody loses it, so. There's one couple on there that wants it put down before they die. And then I
Yeah,
had my name.
That's the couple
down
that-
before I died too.
that's the couple that comes to see me every year.
There was so much excitement and energy around that statue and everything else. And, it's built, right? It was made. The statue just hidden somewhere. Or,
Yes, in the stores.
like, why
I went to see it one
can't
day.
you at least put it somewhere? Like,
That's what I told Tom.
even if you can't put it where
It's
we want.
not that
Where
kind of
is it?
statue.
What?
It's not the kind you just put it somewhere.
Well,
It's
I
better than
mean,
in storage. Put it in the.
If I have to
middle of the pickleball court.
It's extremely heavy. It's very, very
Oh, of
heavy.
course, yeah.
It's gotta have water. There's water.
It's just a shame it's sitting there and we're paying
It's a shame, yeah.
$100 a month.
What, it needs water?
Check
There's a
and
lot of
see,
shameful
because when they originally
Oh, yeah, it
did,
does need water, that's true. I forgot about the, see, getting excited again. Yes, that.
Is there a picture of it, of what it looks like?
It's in my office on the bulletin board.
Okay.
I can send it to, I thought I sent it to you.
Um,
Because remember, we talked about putting it at Prospector Park at one
did you?
time.
I'll check my emails. I don't remember
I can
seeing
send
it,
it
but
to you again.
It's
Okay.
cute, it's pretty.
You
It's
still
nice.
working on those plans?
yes. We actually were gonna send you something last week, but we changed it. So I'll send it probably the next couple of days. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
we might want to also check, because the original plans, when we put in that park, there where you can sit, they're supposed to have put water lines under there so you could have a fountain there.
Where is that supposed to
Yeah.
be?
There was supposed to eventually be a water fountain.
Yeah.
Where?
Do you remember that?
Yes.
You
Where,
remember that,
though?
don't you?
Yes.
Where was it
Right.
going?
What?
The gold miner,
The
where
fountain,
was
the water
it?
line?
No, there was supposed to be a water line put in, so here along the railroad where you sit, where you go over, so that eventually a water fountain could be put in that area.
It's at the big brick
The big
area.
open
Okay.
area where there were
That was
benches.
before the statue.
That was before the
Before the
statue.
statue, but could
Yeah.
actually now be,
Is that where the statue was supposed to be?
I don't think the statue was originally supposed to be right there where the fountain was gonna be, but it
Right.
was, and I can't remember exactly where they were gonna put the statue, but I do remember
I think we're
that
waiting
they
on-
were supposed to run water lines under there. So that at some point there was going to be, but
Well,
then
I
that
don't-
got
I
turned
don't
over to
think
someone
there
else.
is.
yeah, so in other words, that water feature could work maybe possibly on this statue.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Like a water fountain statue or what?
The bronze, it is bronze, right, it was supposed to be. The bronze statue has water coming out of it like he's,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, he's gold digging.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And,
So if they put it there, there should be, let me put it this way.
That would be
There's
nice.
supposed to be water under there. Now, whether it got put under there or not, I'm not
How
sure.
come the water fountain wasn't put in?
the same reason the bricks
Same.
haven't been put in probably.
Yeah.
Just got put on the shelf.
Because I know we were supposed to
I
have a
don't know, all
splash
of
pad
that,
downtown
when I
too.
went over to the city clerk
originally.
position, all that went to someone else, so,
Well, that's true, that unfinished project could help
Yeah.
this other unfinished project
yeah,
to maybe get them all completed.
yeah.
Well, that's
The
exciting.
Well,
water
you don't want to
department
put it
already
there
has
right
enough
now
water.
because you'll get run over trying to go see it,
That's
unless you
nice.
park in front of it.
We don't-
I'm serious, y'all. I try to walk across the street and it's bad. Oh, me. Okay.
Vehicles don't understand that pedestrian walk.
No, gosh, they don't.
The only people that stop are 18-wheelers. Cars don't stop.
By Hickstown?
Pedestrian walkways
Yeah, but are you saying just in general or over there by Hickstown?
over by Hickstown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And even like the little
18-wheelers will stop
slope
but the
where the
cars will
mural's
not.
at, you have to kind of tiptoe your vehicle over, but it kind of gets to that fine line where you're almost on the incoming traffic, and then when you got people walking, you're on top of where they're supposed to be walking, so then they're having to wait, or you're gonna have to back up. It's the whole thing right there too. So I never go that way. Alrighty.
Next month, our May meeting is scheduled on Memorial Day. That's a holiday.
So are you asking us will we be here or?
Let you move it if you've got something on the agenda.
Okay.
I guess we could wait and see.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all want to come up here, you can, but I'm not coming.
I'm like, I don't know if we're opening or closing yet, but
Do we just vote to skip it since it's on a holiday?
I move it before or after? Well, before.
Would be on the agenda, maybe.
I mean, on the agenda would pretty much be again to discuss any of this, which,
We've got the work session with the council.
yep. But that can be moved over.
And then if we get in touch
With
with
Joseph too,
railroad,
or David.
Go ahead and move it to the Monday before.
we may have some items.
Yeah.
We'd call it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
What day would we have it on though? Like Monday before or?
Or the Monday
I
after.
would be good with the Monday before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't do the Monday.
Yep.
Yep.
Do what?
And we can invite.
When does it have to be on the Monday?
Well, it's usually, most people are easier if they've got Mondays free for one week, they may have it free for.
I know we always keep the fourth Monday.
I'm just saying, you know, if you,
I prefer Monday, just because later on in the week it gets busier. So I'm good with Monday. If everybody else is good with Monday as well.
Mhm.
Just like how you're saying, we all already plan for our Monday to be that one day out of the week.
I have things scheduled already.
I guess we can wait and see if we got any, well, you wanna do it June the third?
I can't, I will be out of town. I already scheduled a trip. Would that be?
May
excused?
20th, you'll be out of town? too?
Yes.
No, not May 20th.
I'd say let's not even now. Do it to May 20th, and then if we really don't have a major agenda, or we can't get people to come and meet with us,
Then we can cancel it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So do we need a motion for that to? Okay, so everyone, approval for the May meeting being switched over from the fourth Monday of the month to the third Monday of the month. All in favor? I mean,
I'll
do I
second.
have a first?
Or yeah, I'll first.
All right, Michael. Do I have a second?
I'll say.
All in favor?
That's May
Okay.
20th.
Who is it that made the motion?
Michael was first. Miss-
Still understood.
And then everybody. May 20th,
Yeah.
third Monday.
Good. I'll put it on the calendar.
Okay.
Send out a reminder.
Well, with all that being said and done, there's nothing else for discussion, guys? Alrighty. So do I have a motion to adjourn meeting?
I'll make
Oh, we don't have, okay. Ellen, second?
I'll say it.
All right, thank All in favor? Everybody's ready.